Yo, what's good YouTube, man? It's your boy Chuck. Now for this video, I will be reacting to LeBron James versus Michael Jordan debate. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of this has been going for a long time. It's still probably gonna be going on about who's better, LeBron or Michael. My preference, I would say LeBron. Comment down below who you think is better, Michael Jordan or LeBron. You might say Michael Jordan, you might say LeBron. Everybody hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, like up the video. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, y'all. We're going crazy this year. Reactions daily. You don't want to miss out on no videos. But let's get to this video, y'all.
Many have debated who's the greatest basketball player of all time, but present day, there's plenty of evidence now proving LeBron James has finally passed Michael Jordan. With both LeBron and Mike playing their fair share of playoff games throughout their career, LeBron ranks 4th all time for playoff games played, while Jordan is 18th. Jordan has played in a total of one
Dang, that is crazy. Let me see that again.
career. LeBron ranks 4th all time for playoff games played, while Jordan is 18th.
Michael Jordan got 18. LeBron got 4. Dang.
Jordan has played in a total of 179 playoff games during his career, but in those, he managed to accomplish a lot.
179 playoffs games is crazy.
Jordan scored 5,987 points on 4,497 field goal attempts, which is impressive considering he only played 179 games. But when you compare it to LeBron, the numbers just speak for themselves. LeBron on the flip side had been a juggernaut his entire career. He's played in a total of 239 playoff games and still counting. He scored a total of 6,911 points on only roughly 5,000 attempts, while Jordan needed 5,000 attempts to get 5,987 points.
Dang.
It's around a 1,000-point difference. And this record has been decades in the making, with LeBron dominating the Eastern Conference throughout his entire career. And this milestone definitely showed the world LeBron was beginning to belong at the top of the conversation between the two.
Hey, they used that Michael Jordan meme when he was crying.
And this milestone definitely showed the world LeBron was beginning to belong at the top of the conversation between the two. After passing Jordan on the all-time playoff scoring list, LeBron sat down with Bleacher Report to talk about the milestone. And although he acknowledged his accomplishment, he said he never focused on scoring. During the interview, LeBron even spoke about Mike, who he's been idolizing since a young age. He said, I watched Mike so much of the postseason, I've seen what he did, and the games he played and the games that he mastered. To be honest, I would have never guessed it. With the overall all-time scoring list being something that every legendary player strives for, despite LeBron not being a full-time scorer, he's managed to quickly climb to the top. In early March of 2019, LeBron was extremely close to passing Jordan's career mark of 4th all-time, when LeBron tweeted before the game and said, "Can't even front. This is going to be unreal." Wow, man. Before the game, former Laker coach Luke Walton even spoke about the milestone, saying, "There's certain milestones that it's nice to take a moment to embrace and honor." Michael's a guy that guys like LeBron, myself included, grew up watching. That is the guy, Michael Jordan. So to pass him in anything, especially scoring, would be something that we aren't going to see very often. And that night, with all eyes on LeBron in a game against the Nuggets, LeBron ended up passing Jordan on the list, making it 4th all time. After passing Jordan on the all-time scoring list, Jordan took the time out of his day to speak to LeBron, and he said, "I want to congratulate LeBron on achieving another great milestone during his amazing career." LeBron himself,
That's respect. That's respect. And I think LeBron James passed Kobe's scoring too. So I think LeBron is in 3rd, I think, for all-time scoring.
even reflected on the accomplishment afterwards, saying, "MJ was an inspiration. MJ was the lightning in a bottle for me, so I wanted to be like him. Like, I rode on my shoes today. I thank MJ for more than he would ever know. I've got to carry it on to the next kid. Hopefully I can inspire the next kid." We all wanted to be MJ, every last one of us. It's crazy. When you take scoring out of the equation, LeBron's all-around game has put him in a category of his own. Of course, coming straight out of high school and continuing to stay healthy for 17 years, James had a long career with more opportunities on both sides of the floor, which has led to more accomplishments. When it comes to steals, Jordan has LeBron slightly beat, but when it comes to rebounds, LeBron blows Jordan away at 9,353 rebounds and counting. LeBron is far ahead of Jordan, who had 6,670
Almost 10,000 rebounds. He probably got 10,000 rebounds now.
during his career. And this stat doesn't come as much of a surprise. LeBron's been called the GOAT in the past simply because he could play every position. He's also called one of the most selfless players in the league due to his constant notion of wanting to get his team involved. And all that leads to LeBron having 9,200.
Hey, LeBron is a passer. I ain't gonna lie. He got the IQ, no cap. He be looking around the whole court. I ain't gonna lie, he do. That's a fact. So for him to have that many assists, I believe that. He probably got 10,000 plus assists right now.
298 assists so far in his career. Jordan, on the other hand, only had 5,633 during his career.
See, Michael was a scorer. He wasn't no passer, you feel me? LeBron, he actually want to have his teams involved. He want to pass. But some people don't like being on LeBron's team. I don't know why. But
which shows that he wasn't the most fond of passing the ball. The rebounds and assists show the dominance LeBron has had over the years. But when it comes to blocks in comparison to Michael Jordan, it's a bit closer. LeBron obviously isn't done playing, but he's recorded 951 blocks so far. He tops Jordan's career mark, which is set at 893. LeBron hasn't really...
Hey, Michael Jordan was getting close. Dang. Michael Jordan had so many blocks for his height. That's crazy.
Spoken much about leading Jordan in categories like blocks, assists, and rebounds, but he did talk about how him passing the ball so much has led to his success when he said, "When I was a little kid, I was somewhat better than some of my teammates. My coach said it's a much greater reward for you to get your teammates who can't dribble or score for themselves an open look. We won the championship and kept winning and winning. I knew that was the right way to play." Percentages and efficiency is something that every NBA player strives to be great in, but only some players can make it to the top. LeBron has never really been one to worry or care about his career percentages, but it often goes unnoticed that he's actually more efficient than Jordan was. And to be fair, the margin isn't that much. LeBron leads Jordan in field goal percentage at .504, with Jordan sitting at .497, and it won't take much for LeBron to slip under Jordan if, he can't keep his success going. And everyone likes to attribute Jordan with having a better jump shot and a much better three ball than LeBron, but the stats say otherwise. For their careers, LeBron's shooting about 34% from the three-point line, while Jordan trails at about 32%, which shows that although Jordan's jumper was smoother and looked way better, he wasn't about to make him fall down as much as LeBron has. And LeBron continues to develop his game year after year to improve that. Now, one fault that many people see on LeBron is his resume in the finals with a 3-6 record. Many discredit his greatness because of him losing so many times in the biggest stage. But what people fail to realize,
I ain't gonna lie, the Warriors, they was going back and forth with LeBron, no cap. Like, it was like a back and forth thing.
Is the difference in competition. LeBron still excelled against all-time great teams like the Thunder that had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, and more all at the same time. LeBron was also able to take down the dynasty in San Antonio with arguably the greatest coach of all time in Greg Popovich, along with players like Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili. And obviously the biggest accomplishment of his career is taking down the 73-9 Warriors that were up 3-1 in the series, where James let it come back.
That's a fact. LeBron was down 1-3. That's a fact. He was down and he did catch up and win. No cap. That's a GOAT.
Alongside Kyrie Irving against the super team. On an episode of More Than an Athlete, James discussed how he felt taking down Steph, Clay, Draymond, and that ridiculous Golden State team. He said that officially put him over Michael Jordan. LeBron said, "That one right there made me the greatest player of all time." That's what I felt. I was super ecstatic to win that one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. The first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all 52 years of everything in sports that's gone on in Cleveland. Then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time. Everyone was just talking how the Warriors were the greatest team of all time. Like, it was the greatest team ever assembled. And for us to come back, the way we came back in that fashion, I was like, you did something special. That's probably one of the only times in my career I felt like, man, like, you did something special. I haven't really had time to let it sit back and think, but that was a moment. Now, when it comes to net efficiency rating of the teams that both LeBron and MJ went up,
oh my gosh, that's like the greatest move Michael Jordan did. I think that time that Michael Jordan did that move, that was his last ring. That was a clutch. That was a clutch shot, y'all.
That was a moment. Now, when it comes to net efficiency rating of the teams that both LeBron and MJ went up against in the finals, you can easily tell how different their competition was. Over the course of the
back in them days, they had a lot of competition. I ain't gonna lie. That's a fact.
Final runs for Jordan, they played teams like the Trailblazers, Jazz, Supersonics, Suns, and Lakers, which all 6 of the teams combined for an opponent net efficiency rating of 12.6. Over the course of LeBron's career, he's played in 8 finals. He's played against teams like the Warriors, Spurs, Mavericks, and Thunder, and those 4 teams alone combined for 64.1, which just shows and proves how much better the teams and players were in the most recent finals. LeBron has also gone up against all-time greats, with more stars involved.
He is right, but it depends on, you feel me, like what year were you, feel me, into basketball? What year was you into watching basketball? In our generation, KD, Curry, to me, you know what I'm saying, that's like, those are superstars, you know what I'm saying? But Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jordan time, at Scottie Pippen, Kareem, it's a different generation.
Numbers to prove it. But if the stats were convincing enough, many players past and present have also weighed in on the debate of the greatest ever. With that being said, a lot of players now feel like LeBron is in fact ahead of Jordan. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a legend on LeBron's side. He feels LeBron is not only the...
See, I was just talking about Kareem. This is my first time watching this video, y'all. I told you, Kareem.
Greatest in basketball, but what he's done for the world is even bigger. He went in depth about this, saying, "LeBron's sheer athleticism motivates young players to reach for a high standard of physical preparedness. His physical dominance isn't just genetic luck. He's dedicated and disciplined in his workout and diet, often rising up at 5 a.m. to begin exercising, which he does 5 days a week off season and 7 days a week during the season. His routine includes everything from step climbers, spin classes, Pilates, and weights to hot tubs, cold tubs, and liquid nitrogen chamber. Just reading about his relentless routine makes me want to drop and pump out 50 push-ups. To laud anyone as a cultural hero, that person would have to embody as well as promote some of the core values of that culture. LeBron has done that through his outspoken political and social advocacy, especially in support of racial equality, where beyond just talking, he's taken positive actions to better the community and country. This was demonstrated when Fox News' Laura Ingraham famously reacted to an ESPN interview with LeBron, where he discussed, among many other topics, politics by complaining, "It's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Keep the political statements to yourself. Shut up and dribble." Instead of engaging in a social media war, he turned her lame insult into a 3-part documentary series for Showtime called Shut Up and Dribble, which explores the evolving roles of athletes in today's divisive political climate. Over the years, LeBron has added his voice to the many athletes unconscious who wish to call attention to social injustices in order to eradicate them. But LeBron James is the hero this generation has thrown up on the pop chart. It's a place he clearly has earned, and we're all better off for him being there. Now, during the pandemic that's affecting the whole world, many NBA players, including Trae Young, started to do Q&As on Twitter. To not only cure some boredom, but to also give their fans a little time to connect with the players. And during Trae's Q&A, someone asked him to rank his top 5 players of all time. And Trae
Oh yeah, I want to hear what Trae Young got to say.
Trae's list included LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, KD, and Steve Nash in that order.
That's valid. That's valid. That's valid.
Even Magic Johnson recently talked about the only thing James needs to do in order to be at the top of everybody's list. He said, for him to really catch Michael, it's that next 2 or 3 championships. If he could get a couple more championships, then he'll probably be the greatest that's ever played. But what does Michael Jordan himself think about the constant comparisons between him and LeBron? During an interview, he went into detail about that and he said, "I know it's a natural tendency to compare eras to eras, and it's going to continue to happen. I'm a fan of his."
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's going to continue. It's always going to keep doing it. LeBron, Michael Jordan, LeBron, Michael Jordan. It could be 50 years. LeBron, Michael Jordan, LeBron, Michael Jordan.
When you start the comparisons, I think it is what it is. It's the stand-up measurement. I take it with a grain of salt. Legend Larry Bird also has something to say about the GOAT debate, despite not picking either player, when he said, "Obviously LeBron, I can't compare him to anybody because he's so great, just like Michael Jordan was. They're very special, and I don't know how in the hell he stays healthy. That's probably one of the great qualities of his game, being able to stay healthy playing that many minutes." With LeBron James' basketball career still not complete, he has time to catch up to any of the milestones near his reach. Obviously, this hiatus has put the league on hold and definitely held back LeBron's potential a bit, but the rest ultimately could be good for a player like James. He's accumulated so many minutes played. LeBron's already a top 8 in career minutes played, and he has over 7,000 more minutes than Michael Jordan. But with that being said, no significant decline for LeBron is exactly what keeps him in the greatest of all time conversation. LeBron looks like he could play at a high level for another 5 years, at least, as he stays in his peak shape while evolving his game. We've seen him transition.
Hey, LeBron, his body is, for me, healthy. I ain't gonna lie. That's a fact. 5 years, he could play. He be playing the whole game without sitting down.
Into a slightly less scorer and pass first player, with him leading the league in assists this season for the first time in his career. But championships? It's the only real concern in this debate. Many feel that individually and when it comes to all-around game, LeBron is the better player. When you take the team accomplishments out of the argument, it's only time will tell if James can wrap up his career, pounding his stats and accomplishments, and add a few more feats before it's all over.
Alright though, man. Appreciate everybody. Like I said, comment who you think is better, Michael Jordan and LeBron. Like I said, I think LeBron, in my opinion, but everybody got different opinions. Everybody subscribe, turn notifications. Like up the video, I ain't gonna lie. This is a W video. So if you want me to continue doing this, like up the video. And subscribe, turn notifications. That's all you have to do, man. I will keep reacting to it, man. We dropping bangers after bangers. Shout out to all the support. Follow all my social medias. Will be in the description down below. And if you want to check out this video, it will be in the description down below. But anyways, man, I'm out, y'all.